Yo, peace people. Welcome to the first edition of the Godie Quest podcast, coming live on the channel of YouTube of iTrends Media Group. So I need you to go and subscribe now before we get this going, because it's about to be hot up in here. You might forget to hit that subscribe button so you can get alerts every week of all the dope content that we gonna be spitting in your ear. Word up. That's how it's gonna go down, all right? Because at this station, we believe in one thing: each one teach one. You can learn from a bum, you can learn from a scholar. It's all about how you obtain the information and utilize it for yourself to make you a better person and change your mindset. So what you say, y'all? Let's get in and change some mindsets tonight. This first topic we gonna get on is about my dear brothers and sisters, the Jews. Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Michael Report. We're gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? Because things need to move different now. Things are being seen. You can't hide no more. You can't hide truth. Truth and information is out there. It is accessible. It is accessible. Now, we got digital funk all over the planet. You can't run. You can't hide. You can't hustle no more without being seen or told. So with that being said, I want to introduce a lady, an elder, a powerful being, a woman, a black woman that has lived since 1937. 1937. Let that sink in. I'll wait. Yeah, I can't even imagine living back them days. They'd had to kill me. I couldn't put up with half the shit them people had to go through, let alone taking a horse everywhere. I like horsepower. I don't like horses. I mean, I like horses. Don't get me I love horses. I'm just allergic to horses, so I can't ride them. And I wish I could. I ain't gonna front. Horses are dope. But yeah, this woman was born in 1937. She's seen so many dramatic changes on this earth. Stop playing games. Stop playing games. So we got Sista Brown. She gonna break it down. Downtown Sista Brown gonna break it down. Yeah, that's a rap for you. Yeah, that's a rap for you. She gonna break her understanding down in perception of what might be the truth. Might be the truth. But she has a voice and it should be heard. So let's hear her. What do you got to say about the Jews, Sista Brown?
The Jews, they're not victims. See? That's the point that the world sees, and they think the Israelis are good. They are not good. Now, the nations, which includes the Jews, the Palestinians, those in Gaza, those in Africa, those in any other part of the world, nations that are against God's people. It's always been like that. If you never studied about it, it's always been like that. All right, so here is the head of it. The head of it is that the Jews, even when I was coming up, I thought that the Israelis they were the good guys. So now as the world is turning, the Israelis, who is supposed to be pure Jews, they have in captivity the Philistines, who is supposed to be beating up the Jews. I'll have to put it that way. They had people thinking that the Philistines and Gaza and all around, that they are trying to do away with the Jews. But the Jews have it so that this is what the world thinks. And so I'll put it like this. It's like a person being in jail. And they have Gaza surrounded. And nobody knows. They're surrounded, the Philistines and these other countries, and are holding in a certain area. The Jews, they don't think anybody knows, but they're holding them like they're in jail. Just imagine a jail. There is not pure Jews anymore on the earth because they want people to think, and not unless you know Bible history, to think that they are pure Jews and they're the ones being affected. But that's no more. They've been preaching that they have been God's people. But they're worse than God's people because God's people don't go to war and kill others. Biden went over there for so many millions of dollars to try and buy them and saying that they are still real Jews. That's not true. There is none. They lied. They cheated. The true Jews can be recognized by their actions. So when you say true Jews, those were the but ones hundreds of years ago, you might say, who obeyed the writings and the lineage of Jehovah God. But they did away with, they killed, those people were killed. But see, a Jew, like Jesus Christ said, is the person of the heart of the person, how their actions were before their God, Jehovah. See, so when Jesus Christ came on the scene, there were still Jews. But some Jews I can't say they didn't know. Some of them did know the history of the coming of the Messiah, which was Jesus Christ. So now, some Jews who had put Jesus Christ to death, they have not followed the original teachings of Jehovah. They did all things. Now, you would wonder, well, who killed Jesus? And you've heard people say, well, the Jews did it. The Jews did it. The Jews did it. Okay. They did it in the sense that they were technically Jews to learn about the Messiah, who was Jesus Christ. They did not want Jesus Christ to be the Son of God. So it has always been an issue about who has the right to rule. So mankind, Jews, have always felt that their God, Jehovah, was with them and everything, but it didn't prove to be that. It doesn't prove to be that. Because a true Jew would not kill. Okay, this is when it was lost. When Jesus came onto the earth, and the Jews did not want to believe that Jesus Christ was the Son of God. They killed him. They didn't want to have anything to do with him because he claimed to be God's son, and the Jews, the real Jews, did not want that. They wanted someone from their way of life to be the Son of God. And so they have fought it, because they said that Jesus Christ was a criminal, that he was not God's son, and other things that they said about Jesus Christ. The Jews in New York, they're called the Hadassah Jews, and those are the Jews who believe that they're the pure ones, and they don't speak Jehovah's name. It's a lot of things that they don't do. They don't do. They are supposed to be true Jews, and you got the Jews that are in Israel. They're supposed to be the one, And so it's a lot of this and that and this and that among the Jews themselves. So they are not any true Jews, when you say true Jews, on the earth today. The representation only of a name, one who upholds the name of Jehovah, would be a true Jew. But there's no one on the earth today that can claim that he is a pure Jew, not unless he has the qualification to be a true Jew from the time of Adam and Eve. And so from when Jesus Christ came to earth, a Jew, as they say, had a lot to do with his death because they were high officials. If you want to find a true Jew could be living next door to you. A true Jew does not look for armed weapons, does not fight, causes he wants peace, he wants unity, he wants things done right as they have been in the very past before Jesus Christ. So they say, oh, the Holocaust, and what happened at the Holocaust? Well, it was a Holocaust, it was slavery, it was Indians. Everybody had a Holocaust, but primarily it was the Jews that hallowed on that problem. So we can't separate and say that all Jews believe this way and some Jews believe that way. Well, yeah, that's true. They do it. So now the time is coming down to the nitty-gritty. It's coming down to the nitty-gritty. If a person don't know something about the history, and this is why now the nations have to fight against God's people. Every nation on the face of the earth, it is called the Coalitions of Nations.
Thank you for tuning in to the Godie Quest podcast. Please, please, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button for your bruh. Get the Godie Gear merch. Till next time. Peace.